You know what they say, huh?
What did we say?
Nothing. They don't say anything.
Oh.
So it comes down to this for day one of the championship. If you tuned in for that intro, huge shout out to Primo Chalk. Hooking it up fat, man. They hooked up every finalist with that sweet, sweet Primo swag. See Cohen out there getting ready. He's a heavy hitter. Man, he is a heavy hitter. He's not local. He's from Ninja U. There he is again. Getting warmed up. And he's out of there.
Saw a little bit of young
Yeah,
Busy.
Busy peeked in. There's Chase. There's Ben.
Max.
Maxini. These are the pros. These are the pros for the Midwest Ninja Series. Pretty tricky to qualify.
It's very stacked. It's going to be intense.
It is stacked. Man, it is stacked. I have a feeling... I mean, everybody's in shape now at this point of the year. Here's a look at the run order. Chase is starting us off. And then Mr. Coyle.
I mean, yeah, there's nobody on that list to not be afraid of.
Correct. I know the bulk of them, like, pretty personally, and I can remember specific instances where almost every single person on that list has been at the top of a podium.
Yeah, I can't think of one that haven't or one that hasn't.
Yep. And they're here, man. This is the end. This is the day one qualifying course for the Midwest Ninja Series Championship. We're using the retry system. Your third fall ends your event. Well, it ends your course run anyway. Your placement obstacle is completed basically furthest fastest with least falls. Everybody runs this sort of semifinals course today, and then the top 8 from each division are going to move on to tomorrow for the final countdown of the MNS season numero uno. Money on the line, man. Primo hooked it up. We're throwing a little cash at the champions from the pro division. Here's a look at the course that they're going to run. We're throwing some cash at it. Primo not only hooked us up with a whole bunch of swag, a whole bunch of merchandise and stuff for every competitor, but they also threw cash into the pot. And then we have a ghost sponsor throwing in a little cash. So if you win the pro division here, you're walking away with a little chunk of money. And you should. It's been a long, exciting season. 4 qualifiers, and now the finals. So look at Jerry floating through the course. There's a couple differences between the men's and the women's course. Nobody made that obstacle look like that today.
It's the one, the only Jeremiah Boyd.
The only Mr. Boyd. Jeremiah Gerald. Ooh, he wanted to link that. This is a good look at this obstacle. It's tough to get the entire stream really captured on camera the way that we can during a walkthrough video. But this is the women's division. The difference here is they'll be allowed this ring that's up here to get to the dismount. Jerry didn't really use it. Here's the men's version. So these cliffhangers here are 45 degrees. They're not allowed to wrap their hands around the sides of them at all. And they go to cliffhanger, and then he laches out. Look at him go. Women are allowed all 4 ledges around this volume style hold here. And that cliffhanger, and they lache out. Men here are nunchucks only. You see these stubby little nunchucks. It's really tough to... You're probably not going to get 2 hands on them. Unless you have baby hands.
Yeah, like T-Money. Technician T.
That's true. T-Money can bear hug those things. Women's division, they have... All of the holds are available to them. They have kind of like this jungle of cones and nunchucks. It would be crazy to me if they opted for the nunchucks, but...
You
run your course, homie. It's nice to have options. Men... Pendulum to pendulum. Build on that one. Cat grab this one, build on this one. Build a lot on this one. Cat back out to the block. The women. It's the men's version here. They have to unhook these rings, run with them, and they're allowed rings on this hold to Lachey out to buzzer. Women's version, they are allowed hands on this one, similar to some of the age groups we saw earlier, but with a much bigger jump. Even Jerry Boyd.
Even Jerry Boyd had to think about it.
Had to second guess it. And they're allowed hands on that hook. So that's that. That's a look at the course. Should we take a look at our run order? Let's see, I think we got Chase starting it off. Chase, Henry Coyle, Arthur Sheppard. Those three are going to bust the course open for us. All the boys are going to run, and then the girls. Another shout out to Primo. Let's scroll around the gym a little bit here. There's see athletes milling around a little bit, checking stuff out, looking at the course. Course starts up on top of the warped wall, way up there. Pretty exciting. We got to see some of the athletes were up there talking about it's scary being way up here. Their starting platform is 10 feet tall. It's the top of warped wall. Ring swing on down. A lot of exciting runs today, man. A lot of heartbreaking falls, but a lot of like crazy saves. Fun clears.
People just really giving it their all.
Yeah, people sending it. Man, you can see even our technician is up there changing a battery in a camera.
Looks like some of the athletes have set up like kind of a mock version of the balance jump in the warm zone using that little
They did, huh?
that little pocket. I think it was.
Of course they did.
I think it was Ben who was hopping on it a little bit earlier.
Of course they did. I mean, it's smart to do.
Anything to just get a little bit. Ellis practicing a little cat back. Anything just to get a little bit.
You can see what he's doing. I think that they might be assuming that it's easier to cat back into like a mixed grip position rather than hit the front sloper with both hands.
Yeah.
Here's a look at their starting platform. There it is. They're going to be up there. They're going to be up there and they're going to be scared. I think we saw 2 backswings throughout the whole day. Everybody else, I think, sent it right off the cut.
See if there's any more this division.
Look at that little splash of athletes from different years. Yui graduated last year. Max graduated this year. Ellis graduated next year.
I think Ben is the same year as Ellis.
Yeah, I thought Ben was older. I actually thought Ben had graduated when we first strolled in. Then he was asking about joining the teams here. I was like, what?
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah, he's a big dude. Big Ben. That's what they call him. See Ellis practicing the cat back to mixed grip hold. See if he likes that better.
I don't know. I think if I was out there, I would definitely prefer to go mixed grip on that.
Surprise.
Okay, it's all about the reach. We got retries. So.
That's true, fam. That's true. We saw some of the pros eyeballing some potential beta breaks on the course, so we'll see if it works out for them. There's always 1 or 2. Judge back there in the background, kind of getting into place, chatting with the crew.
Judge, jury, executioner,
Judge, jury, executioner. Just how it should be. Unlimited power. That's how I like them. Unlimited power, unvetted, unregulated, unlimited power.
That's the only way Skinny really
That's
works.
the only way he knows. Spray and pray, homie.
Try to contain him. He'll just...
Should we take a look at our first athlete here? Oh, he's getting ready. He's going to meditate. And up there.
Looks like he's eyeballing the camera a little
Yeah,
bit.
he is. He's staring into our soul. He's saying, you better commentate me right.
Right, while Skinny scratching his beard.
Yep.
Thinking
Over there
thoughtfully.
again. Itchy. Yeah, he's got that itchy face. Oh, he heard us. See that AirPod, everybody? His right ear. He can hear us. He can hear us when we speak. Getting close to our first runner here. Still up there meditating. He's staring that ring down, isn't he?
We'll see the first of many warped wall sprints for our reset sub.
Yes, we will. Have you ever worked a competition and been on reset?
Yeah.
Probably once, along for maybe for like Youth NSC or something.
I worked reset for the NSC Finals.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did the NSC Championship here last year. How was that?
I mean, it's hard work.
Intense.
It is intense.
It is the single. I mean, you don't have to. You do have to do some thinking. You know, like your work is there, but it's just so fast and so important. It's difficult, man.
It's just a lot of sprints with the resets.
Yeah, a lot of sprints, a lot of climbing to like fix little issues. You never know if a strap is going to wrap around a clamp or something like that. And if it does, it is a headache.
Just one mistake, you just know that they just.
Oh yeah, especially with money on the line, reset's tough. It's tough. It's always. I know. I was after doing it for years. I was happy to hand that part off. Less than a minute. Looks like our judge is
Final clarification.
I can see him taking a look around, probably making sure everything is perfectly reset without a single exception, no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to be the person resetting too, but then the person that has to check over it.
Yep. And then the person that has to check over them. It never ends. It just haunts you forever. No matter how far you can distance yourself from being reset.
It gets everywhere.
Yes. Permanently haunts you. There goes Seb. Whee! See him fly up that warp wall? That is a 22-foot warp wall, and he has run it over and over again. Here he goes, gang. And the pro division
begins.
Has begun.
Boot scoot
You could
tuck.
hear him say, "I'm scared." He literally said, "This is scary." There he goes. They got to hop up here, unhook
Big
the
power.
hooks. Yeah, our camera operators are going to have to try to keep up. This division,
It's fast.
it goes faster than the last ones. This is such a
It's just
psychological. The whole course is kind of psychological. Okay. I like what I see, Zachy. That's how you do it.
that is,
He did take a couple extra swings,
but saves him the fall. So
yeah, 100% worth it. And he's strong, man. He is strong.
goes through that slider like it's nothing.
Yeah, it's butter. You eat a lot of butter? You cook up at school? You cook at school?
Oh no.
No?
The nearest kitchen is 9 floors, or like 6 floors down. That's a lot of work.
Here we go.
Now, first look at this new obstacle.
He's eyeballing this cat bag. Is he going to try to cat that? That is so far. The wheels are turning. So let's try to see his face. Do we have another? No shot.
no.
Another shot, bro. It is so far away. You're also dodging stuff. It's tough to tell from here, but you're also like dodging all the holds on
With your head.
way,
With
which
your
is
head.
crazy. So he has to wait the reset time. There goes one fall.
I mean, you
this-
gotta give it to him.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
I mean-
another one. It's almost like do you try which one do you try again? If they are both so hard.
yeah.
Let's see, here's the first cat, no issue. Rope, second cat. Oh, is he going for the dive again? No, he's going. What do you think he does? Mix
I think
grip,
he's
option
going for
three?
mix. I think he's going for mix.
I think he's doing the big move. Oh, he's juking us.
I don't think he knows.
He's going back to the rope. He's gonna do a rope climb.
Is he gonna try and go
I
from
think
the
he's gonna
rope?
try to lachey to the block from the rope, maybe.
I think that's what. That is.
So tricky because you gotta stay lined up. I don't think it's out of the question.
I mean, he
I
looks
don't
pretty
hate
lined
the-
up.
Yeah, I don't hate the idea.
Oh.
Yeah, it comes up a couple feet short.
I mean,
Not bad, man.
that was smart. Really trying all the options.
Yeah, he gave enough data to the rest of the runners, just feeling I think he did every route that I could think of. Handing out some data. Back up on the warp wall, we got Seb practicing his warp wall sprints. And Mr. Coyle got called last minute. Yankee, another athlete, his training partner actually hurt his knee. Look at some of our athletes running later. Mr. Coyle. Okay, confident. Oh, and he
the
dips down
very,
the last
yeah.
2 feet of the obstacle. Another victim to the balance.
Dreaded balance.
Nicely done. I mean, they can use pretty much everything. It's good to record good reaction time to hang on to that. That could have been an unfortunate, unnecessary fall.
Yeah, those T ledges are just so much smaller than you think.
Yeah, they're. I think they were 3/4 of an inch, but then they're routed again, so they're pretty small. Setting up this direction change, kick to the right, loop the backswing, shade to the left. Okay, another one here. What do you think? What do you think he does? I think he tries the obstacle, and it's just regular old
Yeah.
honest approach.
I think he's gonna go for the forward grip
Think?
first.
Nope.
Oh, no.
We're wrong. Oh my god.
Oh.
I don't hate the idea. You know what I mean? I really don't
That's-
hate the idea. Would you rather do that than just do the cat pack? I guess it depends on, like, are you more comfortable just swinging on the rope or doing the cat back?
No, I've been a big cat back guy for a while now.
Me too. I've always liked cat grab.
But like that
cat
rope,
back.
honestly, lines you up a little bit better.
Hey, he's not allowed to grab that around that. If the judge is going to probably call him out. He would have been called out anyway. Yeah, he would have been called out. The judge just confirms with him. Can't wrap their thumbs around the sides of those sloped ledges.
It's proving to be just such a difficult obstacle already.
Yep. Yeah, it is. We knew that one would be kind of a speed bump, certainly. So, of all people who kind of break beta, Arthur's hat is just permanently in that particular ring. He's always doing something massive, kind of really his athletic intelligence super high. And he really sends his moves.
Smooth through that balance.
He always competes in a hoodie too. He always competes in an open hoodie.
I mean, it's just whatever you're comfortable in. It's just kind of becomes a habit.
Oh, he missed it.
Yeah, just got to get a little bit more momentum for that reach.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate of a spot to take the fall, especially if you have a big beta break in mind that you want to try, and you just about know that he does. So you really want to set here. Fingertips makes it happen. Nicely done on the direction change. I like that he got his hand onto our side of the Lego, but didn't apply weight until his other hand was on. Something that happens in just such a split second, but you can recognize it.
It comes just so naturally just to these athletes too, because they've done stuff like it so many times.
Yeah, I mean, once you learn to react like that out of necessity. He's doing the obstacle?
Oh, he's spotting it now.
I don't know, bro.
I don't think he
has a massive lâché. I don't know how big his jump is.
Oh?
Okay. He's going for height. That's so far away. Look at the wheels turn. You can just, like, see.
Nobody wants to go on those 45s.
Yeah. The thing is, I mean, they're hard, but I think that they might be overthinking them a little bit.
Yeah.
I think if Chase is incredibly strong. I think if Chase tried them in kind of their default, even if he missed it on his first try, I think he has it in him. Oh, we're going high. Is he going to stand and pivot to... Yeah, I think they might be overlooking it. You know, it is what, obstacle 7?
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, 7.
I don't know.
So
I think it'll just take one person to break it. One person's going to break it, and just everybody's going to follow suit once they see it.
Right. Ben Anfinson.
See people in the warm zone discussing it as well.
Everything we've seen attempted, I think, is possible by at least one person. That was clean. This is fast. We're 21 seconds in.
Yeah. I think he's going to race to this.
Which is smart, you know what I'm saying? That's the benefit to running a little bit later. Holy cow. Oh, I really wanted him to have that set up. He's going to have to wait for it. It's sharper than he wanted.
He just got so much power where
Yeah, it's a much sharper angle than you want it to be. Earlier age groups had a ring there. Much better.
Yeah, it just looks like it was one of those little mistakes you just hate to see happen.
Yeah, Ben he's a little bit longer too and real flowy, and so when you put him around a tight corner, he might not be used to that tight corner direction change. This is where he'll have to choose here. Does he try exactly what he tried again? Okay, there's signs of life there. See that? He withstood almost the entire swing. I think if he didn't have that Lego fall,
He would have gotten it.
I think so. Especially if he got that close, he could recognize maybe to take a break, take a good 10, 15 seconds extra. Because after that, really, I mean, there's one more, grip intensive obstacle, and then it's tech skill. Yeah, it's big dynamic moves and tech skill. So, speaking of tech skill, there's that long, slow breath. And a moving pain train, man.
See, this division's using the first ring, unlike some of the earlier divisions.
Yep. No, you don't want that. Yeah, head got a little bit too far away from his feet.
Such painful spot to lose retries at.
I know, man, I know. He's techie, though. Man, I really want him to get through these slopers so we can see him on the rest. He's competing pro now, and he cleaned house. In the younger age groups, he absolutely cleaned house. So he got used to winning just constant at a young age. And now he's thrown in with the pros. So luckily he's
Still
so
holding up.
Yeah, dude. Luckily, he's so technical that he can still tread water. Made it into finals here. Yeah, but he'll definitely be one of the younger ones, I think, in the pro division.
Looks like he's trying the rope beta.
Yeah, rope to slopes.
I think knowing him, I think that's the better choice for him.
I think so too. I think you're right. I think that, or I mean, if he sends the skip from the very bottom of the rope, I think he might, be small enough to be able to tuck underneath. But I like that they're putting together that. There we go. Oh, you love to see it.
Come on.
Come on, dude. Gotta hug that thing. You can't hang here. It's not a rest.
No!
Pain train. Dang. What do you think? You think he should have locked off and hooked to the cliffhanger? That's what I think. I think if he would have pulled into a lock off and just hooked to that cliff, we'd have broken it open.
He's also facing the wrong way for the cliff, though.
Yeah, you're right.
That is a problem with when you're going from the rope. You're going to have to do a 180 or Young Busy.
Young Booze.
The meatball.
I'm going to call it right now.
He's going to get through that.
Yep.
I mean,
Call it right now.
I could see a mistake on the balance, but
I don't think so. Busy used to do this thing when he was young where he would, even if he made a mistake, he'd suck his little feet out of your view so fast that you couldn't really tell. So you couldn't really call him out. But agility's just never been an issue.
It's so hard to just not make mistakes on stuff like that. It just happens eventually.
I like that extra swing. See that?
Yeah, just a little correction. All right. I think it takes him one attempt to figure this out.
I think so too. I think
enough of it looks. Is he going for the rope tuck?
Okay. Interesting.
Is he trying to balance between to get. Is he going for the rope skip?
No, I think he's going for the. I think he's going for the mixed grip.
Yep.
We're good.
And then dismount.
Dang,
Oh,
dude.
I don't know. That's such a far lache from the slopers.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you might have to use. I mean, did you test for that or no?
To do which?
To do the skip from the slopers? Or?
Yes. Yep. But if you can, the thing is, if it's close enough to do the skip from the slopers, you can lache from the rope.
So you set it up so it is.
Yeah. It's, I mean, oh, he's got it. I'd like to see him take the rest.
So then I'm thinking you have to, or you don't have to, but I'm thinking you got to go from the cat back because you're facing the wrong way to go to the cliffhanger.
Yeah. Well, he's going from the rope, and you could. I mean, the cliffhanger is. Let's see if we can get a better angle here. The cliff is. See how the cliff is angled?
That's a rough
You can
turn.
face. Yeah, you can face either direction. Oh, he's trying to skip. Too much.
Oh.
And he feels it. Dang. They're getting chewed up, man. They're getting chewed up. What do we got for, let's see, busy Chase Lallas, Pain Train. Well, yeah, getting there clean pretty much locks you. Hard course, dude. Out here in the finals.
Andreas. His grip is insane.
His endurance is insane. It's
His endurance.
yeah, his ability to regenerate on obstacles is nuts.
And then he's just smooth and fast on top of it. It's just
Yep, but also works hard.
oh,
Kind of
absolutely.
we're putting together a recipe here for smart. And I got to see his teammates at least try this. You know.
You know,
gonna be
I
a
think
lean-
he
Okay,
might
smart.
try the one-sided and then match for the other, like in the demo video.
Yeah, what Jerry did. Yeah, he's pretty, from an endurance standpoint, him, Busy, and Jerry are relatively similar during practices. Yep, he's got
He
it.
just catches it.
Yeah, light work. Get wrecked, everybody else. Yes, get wrecked, everyone. Also, his nunchuck strength is pretty nasty.
It's just so strong all
Those
around.
Those are just, may as well be rings.
Straight in.
What do you think? Clear?
Yeah. No doubt in my mind.
You know, it's, I mean, everybody, God, dude, it's a little bit frustrating, I guess, but, you know, at least there's 2 days to the comp that everybody's super overthought the slopers, and Dre did it just exactly how it was in
Demo?
the demo. He's cleaning house, man.
Yeah. It's
He
just not
almost
even.
links it. This is what a disgusting. That was just nasty, man. That was nasty. Go out there.
Absolutely.
That was unreal. Well, that's that, I guess. That's gonna be hard to beat. There we go.
Minute
Minute
48.
I was thinking to myself, dang, did we overset? But I guess it was 1 minute and 48 seconds. So I guess, you know, I guess that just got to do it right? Just got to do the obstacle right. We got Maxidi.
I think he benefits a lot too from all of his climbing that he's been doing as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Sloper's seen a lot there. We'll see how Max does now, though. He's seen it all unlocked.
Yeah, you got to see all his buddies, all his teammates run. He's been pretty busy lately.
Just decided where he's going to college.
Don't you dare.
Oh, what?
Doing TikToks. Doing TikTok dances on that pipe. Get to stop and do it for the talk. I know he doesn't like this. But it doesn't stop him. Let's see if we have another angle of this Lego Lachey, kind of. Yeah, I guess this shows the direction change.
I mean, Lachey's like this are absolutely nothing for Max.
Yeah,
Max's Lachey form is.
I think it could be peak. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough to beat him. Nobody comes to mind that will beat his standard Lachey tag. What do you think he does here? You think he tries it in its natural, in its expected default strat?
I don't think so. The problem is that Dre is just such a feared name.
He's doing the skip, and he's got it too.
Oh,
he had it.
He's trying that again.
Yeah, he's trying that again for sure.
Dre is just a feared name that people will see him do it as intended.
Yeah, it's tough to get any data from it.
And then it's
like,
oh, it's just Dre.
It could be any difficulty whatsoever. It doesn't tell you anything if Dre is capable of it.
Yeah. Well, the same thing as watching Jerry do it in the demo.
Yeah, you have no idea. Like, was it hard? Like, he's got it. Like, he's got it. Oh, he's off. It's his angle, man. It's his angle that's off. Like, the distance looks fine.
It's like 2 degrees off.
Yeah.
He fixes that.
Yeah, it's so hard on one strap.
On one rope.
Yeah, and you have your body weight plus all the swing.
Just like the slightest change can just throw it off.
He's got to do the same thing, though. You know what I mean? Like, he has to do the same thing if he's that close. Use this shield to kind of... The shield is almost really just a redirect and a tiny... Oh, he might have the angle this time.
It's looking really good. Come on.
Have to watch that head. He's got it. You dirty dog. You dirty dog. I'm happy and mad at the same time. I'm happy that he got it. Yeah, I'm mad that he got it. I also don't expect any... I don't know if anybody else will.
I don't think
get that.
I don't think
like
other
a really
people will get it.
Specific type of thing.
I could see a couple other people trying for it like once and then going no.
Yeah, and being like kind of no way. You wish, bro. Of course you're not gonna be. Of course, of course not. I'm not gonna lie. That's like the first thing I tried when we put that bar up to. And it's actually impossible. No, don't you fall like that, Max. Still good though. I mean, clearing those slopers is so big that.
Yeah.
That's a good run.
That's put us in second right now.
It has to. Nobody else. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. 10, 7, 6, 10, 8, 6. He just had 2 obstacles left. You know, he burned pretty much all of his time.
Going for that skip. Yeah. Can't really blame him though.
No, it paid off.
Close first attempt.
Paid off. He had to. If he really thought that was out of question. So this will be interesting.
Right out of injured.
Yeah, before he was injured early in the season, I would have put money on Ellis having his most competitive year yet. Like, he was hitting so hard, and then he like broke a mirror or something like that and cut a bunch of important material in his arm. Trying to save it. Oh, he got tangled up. He's got that. You can unpick that. Yeah, before that, I would have, without a doubt, put his hat in the ring for.
Seems to be cruising so far.
He's a junior this year, so he has a whole other year. He's been doing a little urban exploration lately. He always thinks, too, it'll be interesting what he does here. You know, you can see him during rules walkthroughs. He's always looking for a way to outthink the...
He's a big fan of skips and beta breaks.
Yeah, he's a big fan of critical thinking, course design. See, I wonder if... See, this is what I was thinking earlier, too. He must not be comfortable up there. This is so much energy to...
I think he trusts his power more than he trusts his grip right now.
I believe it. That's in the cards.
Yeah, it's certainly doable. It's just...
Does he have the endurance to do it again with, with not being able to
so
train.
far out of training, yeah. Because he's only been back for, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Not long. I mean, he's been back. He's been doing obstacles again. He was back, kind of speckled in and out of practices. He'd be hanging on stuff up to the amount that he was allowed to, from the doctors.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been able to really do tech skill, like hard meta tech, especially championship level obstacles. Like you can see here, he's going to have to do a really unusual Lachey. He's lined up. Okay, changed ideas in the air. Last try. I mean, take all the rest you need. If this point alone locks you in.
I mean, he came here with 0 falls, so he's got a pretty good shot already.
Yeah, he does.
So he's slightly faster than Busy.
I think we might be there with the right type of hook. Dang, he was close. Oh, he had it. He must have had it. Let's see if we can check a replay. It's gonna be close while he shakes out there.
Huge swing.
Yeah, I guess he's clean. That's sick.
That's about as close as you could make it.
He had his eyes, Judge had his eyes on it. He opted out of the nunchucks, which was the next obstacle. Up next, we got Isaac Peltier. Family of ninjas. There's Seb hanging out with him. Moral support. Comfort. It's comfort, Seb.
Gotta have one around. Helps a lot.
You'd rather have him and not need him, you know what I mean?
Now that 2 people have gotten the skip, though, we might see some more attempts at it.
It was Max and Ellis. That's what's tough. It's like if you're not from the gym here,
That's true.
and you see Max and Ellis do it, you might think that, oh, okay, well that's the beta, but
You know.
it's Max.
And if it's Max and Ellis, it's like, oh, okay, so.
Okay, nice footwork. I like the
Utilizing the post.
yeah, kind of just went trunk it to post to save it. Looking good, looking powerful. I think he might have the strength. It's so tricky to do, to think about here, because do you go for the skip?
Yeah, there's so
You know what
many
I mean?
options.
And risk the course designers are gonna manipulate stuff to.
It's true.
So
Yeah,
it's
because
like,
you're
do you
not
do it?
leaving like this
You know what I
tomorrow,
mean?
are you?
Yeah, I mean, ooh, we got strength out here.
Can he make that
You
turn?
can. It's not as bad as you think. Oh, his hips weren't turned. Yeah, you'd almost think, does he want to go reverse? Like Lachey backwards slightly. He looked solid enough on it to where I think if he tried that exact same thing again, maybe. If you notice, Andreas was mixed, so he had one hand on his sloper, but he was still turned and faced the cliffhanger. It's like Isaac was,
Facing the
yeah,
opposite.
he was still kind of facing sideways. Are we going for a skip?
No, he turned around.
Yeah, he did. Maybe less power and a little bit more control, and we get the point.
He's definitely got it in him. It's just a
Yeah.
matter of executing it.
Yeah, he's looking plenty powerful. Okay. I don't hate the idea. He got it. He got it.
I think that's it for the normal attempts. I think it's all going for skips from here now.
Yeah.
3 people in
mean,
a row.
Yeah, it's all risk and reward. Do you do the skip and risk not really trying the opposite? Maybe the best way to do it was the way that he did it. You burn the energy, trying it twice, you get a good feel for it, so you can think about it overnight, right? But then, in order to get the point and secure the move on in a good spot in the run order, just do the skip.
Yeah, but the skip isn't free in one try
The skip
either.
is not free in one try either. That's why it's such a toss-up on what to do. So it's definitely spreading out the fails a little bit, so it's not just that hard bottleneck right there, like where the course ends.
Yeah.
You know, there's definitely fails there. Sir Andreas.
Full clear.
Let's see if we can get him. Might overshoot, which is fine. Yeah, got him overshooting. It's the only spot in the whole course, actually, since I can remember setting a course here where you're allowed to go off.
Yeah, I think that's the only course I've ever seen here.
Yep.
I've run a lot of courses.
Literally, yeah. Ooh, we get another clear, maybe? This move is so hard.
No.
Oh, no! Dang. That was a good run. That was a powerful run, too. All right, brother. We're deep into the run order now. What do we got for a spread here? 10, 9, 8, 7, and a bunch of slopers. Yeah, we got Pain Train on the bubble.
Now we got, what, 2 runners left?
Yep. Tricky. Some drama. Oh, Ben got that fresh haircut. Ben's a hard worker. He's been putting in the work here too. Stays late after practice.
He's been sending a bunch of big moves on his Instagram.
Yeah.
I saw one, it was like, I think he said it was 22 feet.
22 feet?
Maybe I'll pull it up. It's at least 20, I think.
What type of move?
Lachey with straps.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what? That's a world record by like a lot.
Let's see, bend.
His burnout's getting really good too. When he first came over, I think that's what he...
20 feet.
20 feet.
Yep. Up, looks like 2 rings to another ring.
That's a big move.
He's been climbing a bunch too recently, so he might try the slopers as...
I hope he does, man. I hope he does, because he's been doing a ridiculous amount of conditioning here too.
It looks like it. Looks like he was just a little low, maybe?
Yeah, it's tough to tell. I mean, it's not just like your height, and it's not just your height, it's like your distance forward into it, and the degree that you're locked off, like all that stuff. Man, if I had his height, I don't want to give anything away. Ooh, we're clean
He
with
just
it.
grabs it like it's a clip.
Look at that. It's just like doing it in its default just looks like, other than the mega rope skip. No, Ben, you did the hard part. He's got this. He's got 2 minutes. Somewhere in his mind, he's got to be thinking, I'm going to take the rest and for sure get this point. Yeah, I like that he's resting. This is smart. He knows he can do that move. He does a lot of conditioning with Jerry. And Jerry demoed this.
He knows what he has to do. He's done it.
Come on, dude.
Oh,
no! He's kept us on the edge of our seats. Where does that put him?
6th. With
Okay.
1 person left, he's got a guaranteed spot.
Got a guaranteed spot, but you know you boys are going to be running early.
Benjamin
Yep.
on the bubble, last runner.
Yeah, dude. So this is going to be interesting, too, because Cohen Dahlstrom, I think, won, like, the first MNS and remained in that top spot. He didn't do any other qualifiers, I don't think. Maybe one more?
He's been putting in the work, though.
He has?
Yeah,
Does he post on social media or something?
maybe. I think so. I don't. But I went to Ninja U comp.
What
That's
did he do
unfortunate.
there?
It
Oh,
got
he didn't
stopped.
fully unhook it.
I went to a Ninja U
sideways,
comp
yeah.
a while back, and he was powering through that
Really?
like it was nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's such an unfortunate spot for a fall. There we go. Yeah. That's what the tricky part is. He has to do the slopers. We'll see, man. This will put...
Yeah, so I wonder if he knows that now.
He has to. I mean, you can't be in the game this long and do this well without having like some knowledge of the overall game board.
Yeah, just hate to be Ben right now. It's just such
Dude, I know,
such
bro.
a great athlete sitting there, but it's still within reach.
Wow, he's cutting it close. He's not waiting though. His contact strength, yeah, I remember him being really strong, so there's more to it than just strength.
One more attempt at this.
Yeah, he has to make this in order to move on. It looks like, yeah, in order to move on, he has to clear this. Drama happens, man.
Looks like he's going for the skip.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Is he going for the ledges still? Nope, he's just lining it up. I don't hate the idea. Let's see. Wow, that one-handed rope swing. Are you kidding me? What is that? Okay, well, he's plenty strong.
He's got the time. He's got to take that rest.
Yeah. What do you do? Do you cap back to the block and shake your hands out, or
I would go back to the
what do you
block.
do? He has a minute and a half.
I would for sure go back to that block.
Yeah, maybe he's just not done. You know, we're thinking here from a bare minimum standpoint, like. Ooh, did he get that?
He got it.
I think he did.
He got it.
That's a thumbs up.
He's moving on.
He's got Judge Skinny laying on his belly down there.
Ben just missed out.
Dang, that is unfortunate, but that's the way the ball bounces, huh, buds? That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Let's see. You know, with a minute left, a clear isn't totally out of the question still. I mean,
no, it's definitely not. He's going to have to cook. He can't fall anymore. He's going to have to cook through that last obstacle.
But they're both pretty quick.
Yeah, you are right. You are right.
Like,
the only way that last obstacle takes a while is if you're
failing.
Yeah, and if you're overthinking and kind of waiting before the jump.
But I don't see Cohen as that type of guy.
No, I think he knows. He's got 30 seconds. I mean, he's locked for tomorrow.
I think he's in second right now, so.
Yeah, I mean. Oh, yeah, we're good.
So even just getting further.
No! That move was so much harder than I guess I thought.
I mean, after that course, too.
Yeah. Nasty, man. What a wave, dude. That's crazy. Nice work. See the fist bumps and smiles all around. Let's take a little look here. Dre, untouchable run.
So much faster.
Dude, untouchable. He ran a completely different course than anybody else. He really just ran a totally different course. It was Dre, Cohen, Isaac, Maxini slammed himself into 4th place. Ellis coming off the injury. Busy.
Just that little trio, 4, 5, 6.
And Tombers, yep. And Chase getting the call, running first.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, well, he ran first today. And he's run first tomorrow. It worked out for him today. Guess we'll see how he does tomorrow. We're going to take a break here real quick. Check our camera batteries and everything like that. Get a couple things rearranged for the pro women. And that's the last thing of the day. So you stay tuned in and we will be right back. All right, gang. This is the last thing of the day here. It's just the female pro, and it is Kyla. Boom. Zip it into the course. Here she goes. Boom. Yeah, I don't get to observe Kyla's team a whole ton, but I've heard nothing but
Nice save.
yeah, I've heard nothing but she dabs down. Yeah, I heard she's been killing it. She's been killing it on all the things that she used to struggle with a lot, that a lot of athletes don't immediately love, you know, like that hop tech where you move components with you. There we go. You allowed your hands, Kyla. Okay, I like this. See, she went over to the post. Smart. 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 All right, here we go.
There we go. Got it all figured out. Technician T's talking about how she
Techie T's
hates
in here.
rollers.
Yep, she hates rulers. She doesn't like measurements in general.
Yeah. No empirical, no metric. Just
Nope, she hates the idea of measurement. Ooh, that was a nice little shade tech. Kind of like confident Gibbon. Smart. Yeah, they are allowed that ring up there. That was one of the differences in the male to female course change. All right, so there are 4 ledges around this diabolical volume structure, and the girls are allowed all 4 of them.
So I'd be surprised if any of them opt to use the sloper.
Yes, I'd like to see her take a legitimate rest right here. The thing is, I don't know. I mean, do you mix what the boys were doing with what the girls are allowed? Because that rope swings, doesn't it seem like it swings awfully close to the volume?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that rope with
Oh, she had it.
the rope to get you to those normal cliffhangers is just perfect.
Yeah, I don't think it's out of the
feel like.
question. I mean, it's hard, right?
Yeah.
It's still
So
dynamic.
is the cat back. So it's
But
like,
so is the cat back. Yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
I think most of the athletes are more comfortable with the lache than the cat back.
Probably, yeah. Especially, I mean, if you're on the shorter side, too.
Yeah.
Up next, we got Elyse. Obstacle 1, no issue. Obstacle 2, all her teammates there are watching her, probably cheering her on. Onto the bar hop. Unhook, swing, dismount. Links to the dismount. Smart thinking.
Utilizing all the
Oh, she must have dabbed down and knew it. I couldn't really see.
nobody likes balance.
Nope. I never hated it. Wasn't ever my favorite, but
Looks like a shoe's untied. Can't help.
stylistic choice. Just going for like the rugged shoe look. One of your shoes is rugged.
Yeah, the other one's just
The other one's clean cut.
has, yeah, see that a lot in these older divisions, I think.
Yeah, stylistic choices. Here we go. I like the set tech that she's using here. Smart. Doesn't do the reach. I think she still got it. There we go. Gold 2. 2 minutes and 7 seconds left. Let's move here. Likely relatively casual for Elyse.
Yeah, and then I have no doubt about the infinity. Yeah.
Yep. Ooh, what?
Grabbed the ring, but just
I think she grabbed her own hand. Do you skip the ring? What do you think?
I mean,
I mean, the infinity, like her infinity looks fine. And I know she has the swing design for it.
it's true.
And almost it's like, Yeah, it is one singular ring. It may be easy to hang on to, but if you've ever lashayed to just one singular ring, it's actually more annoying than you think.
Yeah, I think, me personally, I would skip that ring.
I think so too. Let's see. Do
But
hard, sharp infinity. I think she's skipping it. Yep, there we go.
But
Good.
for people who are shorter, I could definitely see, or less powerful,
Yeah.
that ring being really helpful.
Or if you lachet to the Lego and you're kind of set up to link to the ring but not the block, maybe it's just there. What do you think?
Know.
Step high? Step high, commit high to a cat guy. This is where, I mean, having the early fall is a little unfortunate because you kind of have to hit this. She doesn't use the upper ledge. But that's going to end the run. Get a little bit short on time anyway. It's still a great run out of Elyse. And then we are back to the starting block for Lucy. There she is. She's up there. She's up there with her Primo bucket. Then there's Seb. And there's the ring.
He's juggling us a little bit, trying to show off.
Yeah, you know him. He's slick like that. Boom. Obstacle one. No prob. Lucy competes really well. Multi-sport athlete. Luckily, it doesn't really interfere with Ninja a whole ton. She's still able to train pretty much as you can or would want to.
Yeah, I remember when I was here, she was always here, so.
Yeah, and she's in like a relatively like serious. I guess I don't know how softball works. Lucy, quit it.
She's a freshman in high school. She goes to my old high school.
She does, huh?
Mhm.
Did she always?
I mean, it's her first year, so.
Is it just?
So all of this year, I guess.
Okay, there was just one school in my
Yeah.
town. There we go.
And then, did you go to that school at all, or did you just absorb all of your information
I just
from like the floor?
absorbed it. Yeah, I'd walk by the school and like rub my torso against the school and soak the information in. People have different like learning mechanisms.
Yeah, I don't think that's appreciated enough these days.
Nah, man. If it ain't broke, break it. That's my motto. Lego Lachey should be pretty casual. Yep.
Yep.
Even
It looks
if
like
she's
she grabbed
making a
one
close
hand a
call.
little-
Yeah, I think she
little
goes
early.
for. Oop, she was lined up for ring. Yeah, so she's got kind of a sharp infinity, but not a far one. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna see ring.
Staring down that ring that entire time.
Yeah, I'm glad she did. Let's see here. What do you think? You think she steps up high? So that ledge, you see in the middle of the board that she's on
Yeah.
now? That ledge is additional because we thought last minute that the jump from where she's at to the cliffs was a little bit too far.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
think
what that's there for.
I think it has to be there. Yeah. The thing
so
is,
too.
I think it's at a really uncomfortable height.
I know.
There's no
It's
good
like-
spot to
I
put
know,
it.
that's what
but
I
it's
mean.
like,
It's almost like, do we add another one in between
yeah, it's
the
just,
two for tomorrow? Or if just thinking that one up. Make it like a
I don't
little
know.
bit
As
easier to stand on. Oh, she had that. If she didn't have that balance fall, I think
would've
she had that. Izze Austin is not here. She had a basketball player fall on her knee. So we move on to Sadie, who is a Gold 3 athlete. And you would imagine
Just
that she has to be close to Diamond, right?
She's
Gold
talking to her
3.
earlier today. She was worried about taking a backswing here, so we'll see how this
She
goes.
had better not take a backswing here.
That's what I told her. Yeah, I don't know. She's always been a little bit scared of
Yeah.
heights.
She's 43 points away from Diamond.
So good run here could knock her in for sure.
I'm going to say if she gets through this clean, I think she catches the cliffhangers on at least. Ooh, you better get those feet up. I think she catches the cliffhangers with at most one fall if she like doesn't commit early. That's good set tech. Oh, reach Sadie.
I know she's always hated catbacks, so
Yeah, she
that
doesn't
does
like
worry me
that.
a little bit. But she is good enough to do it. There's
Yeah,
no doubt.
100%.
It's just it's a matter of if she commits or not.
She does it. She drags her feet, but she does it.
Take a little breath. It's smart.
Yeah, she's been in the game long enough, man, to know.
I mean, she sinks that. It's just.
That's diamond. Yep, that's diamond. It took
Oh,
until champion.
That's smart. Opting for
Okay.
the Lachey to the.
Yeah, we talked about this, didn't we?
Yep, I would definitely go from that in her. It's
She's doing the skip. She doesn't need that cliffhanger, does she?
yeah. I
That's
mean,
nice work. Yeah, she
one
combined
less
kind of.
move, a little bit extra energy.
Yep, 100%. Secures the bag, though, doesn't it? That's what we say in the industry.
Definitely gonna be some more people following that up, doing the
100%.
exact same thing.
That's thinking, though. I mean, she did, a lot of the people who were doing that skip and kind of flinging themselves around on the rope are on her team. So just knowing, you know, if people are in your periphery and.
Yeah, and she knows exactly how she stacks up.
Yep.
I'm sure she talked to them as well.
Yeah. Want to know another thing for sure?
What's another thing for sure?
She hates this. I
Oh
guarantee it.
yes.
I guarantee it. She's gonna turn around and look at that thing and think, "I hate this."
And then she might flail a little bit, but
Yeah.
I think she'll stick it as much as.
Yeah, there we go. I still think she hated it.
Come on, let's get some power.
It takes so much energy to do this. She has to do it. I mean,
I think we're
you
seeing a full
cannot
clear
redo
here.
this. I think so too, but you really, I mean, you
She's
have
got
to hit
so
this.
much power.
Come on, Sadie.
Sadie, your
Jump off
head's
of
in
that
the
thing.
hair. In the air.
There we go. All right, we got. You know, we're clean. We're clean
40
to here.
seconds.
Yep.
I mean, it's pushing 2 attempts, but it's definitely possible.
Yeah. Ooh, she didn't
don't think
like
she liked
that.
that.
She didn't like it one bit. It's actually not as big of a jump as you think. It's big, but it's not as big as you think. Like she's got it. She's gonna have to really, really send it like right now, full power.
You know, thinking about it, I think this course is just compromised of things Sadie hates.
Yeah, 100%. Like
She doesn't have the time to
psychologically
sit.
difficult. She threatened it. She's gonna have to send that jump. Well, that puts her in a safe spot. I can tell you that. It's Diamond athlete now. Got off that cam real quick, didn't we? Up next, we have The Jones Show. Speaking of people who compete well.
And competing for a while, too.
Yeah.
Competing well for a while.
Been everywhere, man.
Coached with her for a bit.
Yep, coach.
Oh, got a little stuck. No problem at all.
Just trying out different things here. Yeah, that's the risk of not being perfectly centered on that bar. Zipping along. She's like a multi-activity student. But you got to see Sadie run
Good friends with Sadie.
deep into the course. Yeah, good friends with Sadie. You got to see her run deep into the course, which is going to be pretty helpful.
Yeah, definitely going to push her a bit. Very competitive.
Yeah.
Friendship.
Just to line up the cycle here.
Opts to not use the ring.
Yeah, why do it, you know?
If you don't need it,
If it ain't broke,
break it.
break it.
Is she going to opt to go for the cat? Nope.
Oh, she might go rope cliffs. Yeah, she's combining the... Nice.
Grabs her hand.
Going for the skip, it looks like. I think we're getting a clear.
Yeah.
There is. I think the little technical stuff is done. Like the things that could sort of... I don't want to jinx anybody, but I think the little technical stuff is done. Jones, don't you dare. Don't you dare. There you go. You can dare again. Okay, keep on daring, Jones. There we go. Yeah, I think the little finicky technical stuff is done. And just absolutely sending it has never been an issue in the Jones show.
Yeah, because she definitely has the jump in her in the final obstacle. It's just,
Yeah.
will she commit here? Which I feel like she will. She's always been Sendy.
Yeah, 100%, dude. And if, I mean, she saw Sadie do it, and she knows that Sadie isn't particularly stoked about moves like this.
Yeah, perfect landing. Straight into building momentum as she moves over.
Yeah, depending on how quick she can get this thing cooking, she should have maybe 45 seconds for the last obstacle.
Yeah, I'll put her slightly above Sadie, I believe.
It's going to be close, man. Yeah, it's going to be close. We'll see what her rank... If her rank changes, I think she... Yep, her rank changed. She must have just edged Sadie out. Now, Jones is a diamond athlete. I wonder if she's going to use her swing as a runway, it looks like.
Yep.
Money.
And
Money, dude. You could see it.
smile on the face.
Yep. You could tell during her swing she was going to do it like a series. That's a clear. That's a
Whole clear.
That's a whole clear. Boom. A lot of big swings, man. Let's see, that's a full body event.
Saying hi to the camera.
This is the final runner of day one.
Lorny.
Yep. Lorneezy.
11 years old, part 2.
Yep. And we're off. Yeah, Lorne was on pace to be the first diamond athlete. Her and Micah were kind of neck and neck, and then Lorne had to miss a couple comps for random stuff. Had a play. I went and saw that. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
James and the Giant Peach.
Very aggressive athlete.
Yep.
Beats
Aggressive
me up a
personality,
lot. Yep, beats
too.
me up
Very
a lot.
aggressive person.
Really mean to me. But, I mean, just an incredible athlete, though. And it's
Yeah. She's pretty good about entering flow state and comps.
and she's bumped up a division as well.
Yeah, she...
She's competing up.
Yep, if you have won 3 Obstacle Academy competitions, you can opt to compete up 1 division. And so that's what she's done. She should be in the 11 to 13.
She's definitely going to copy the other 2.
Yeah, I don't imagine we're going to see a cat back here after the rope. When the rope looks so clean and certain, you know, not...
Yeah. No gamble in there.
Yeah, we ain't about that gamble.
I mean, anything just to secure a better placement tomorrow is...
Yeah, anything to secure that bag, man. Another handful of chalk.
Puts herself in 3rd place, I believe.
Yeah. We'll see how quickly Jones got tangled up here and still edged Sadie out. So I guess it's going to come down to, can she hit that jump on the first try for the last obstacle, and how quickly can she build momentum on these pendulums?
Yeah. I think she's got around 45 seconds to beat out Sadie.
Yeah.
And then...
Yep. Jones gave herself about 45 seconds for the last obstacle, so, you know, depending on how aggressive she can get this second pendulum cooking.
She's got it.
thing is, too, about, like,
goes a little bit
yeah,
too
a little
early.
low. Still totally doable, though. She has to wait a couple more seconds for the reset time. She didn't like that. I don't think she likes not getting the full clear. I don't even know if
It's pretty uncommon for her.
Yeah, I don't know if it matters so much to her where she's stacking up. I think she just wants to finish
every course.
Yeah, it's she'll feel a little incomplete, but
She'll get to run a modified tomorrow.
that's
so
true. I mean, she's locked in.
Come back and crush it.
Yep, there we go. Way better. A little bit early on that first jump. I mean, there's still time. If she cooks this thing and sprints, there is definitely still time. But yeah,
That's a lot to ask.
It's a lot to ask, dude. You
It's
gotta go
possible.
now. You gotta go now and take the hit. I think it's probably might be out of the question now.
I mean, at least she'll get to touch the final obstacle.
Yeah, as long as you can get, it would go a long way just to sprint over there and
No time
lachey
for
onto that
jog.
board.
No time.
Yeah, just get onto that thing just to feel it out and get there quick. Go and sprint. Go and sprint. Act like you don't hear the judge. Sprint. Okay, at least she feels it
walks
out.
up a little bit.
Well, that's that, man.
That is
That's
Pro
that. That's a
Division.
whole day. That's a whole day. We're going to do it again tomorrow, but harder. We're going to do a harder version of this tomorrow. So what we're going to do is our judge is going to line up our qualifying finalists. We're going to double check the software, make sure everything was entered correctly, make sure there's no software hiccups or anything like that, and then we're going to meet you down on the floor in just a second for our qualifying final hurrah athletes. We'll see you in just a sec. All right, gang. Looks like we're headed back down to the floor. There's our judge, trusty, dusty, judgy. He's gonna line up everybody in the run order for tomorrow. Starting the day off is going to be Elyse, and then Lucy, Kyla,
Sadie.
Lorna, then Sadie, and then Jones. That's going to be the run order. Those are your female pro finalists for tomorrow in their run order, left to right. Same thing. So Chase is going to start the day off again. Next is going to be Mr. Ben. Then the great Bizzini, and then Ellis. Coming fresh off that injury, Maxini, and then we got Cohen, and then we got Mr. I think Isaac is supposed to be in there, shuffled in.
Untouchable Dre.
Yep, that was a nasty run, man. That was nasty. When things go his way, it's something different.
And when things don't go his way, it's still just...
Yeah, when things don't go his way, it's still like podium. Well, that is that, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We are going to modify this course, stir the pot a little bit for tomorrow. This was the semifinals, and tomorrow is the last hurrah. For the end of the season, for the end of season 1. And we're handing out, tomorrow we hand out trophies, we hand out prizes, we hand out cold, hard cash. And most importantly, we have fun. So that's that. We're signing off here. We're going to rearrange these courses, and we will see you back here tomorrow. Where's our technician? What time is the first runner tomorrow? First runner tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 8 to 10 division at 1:45 p.m. Central. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's me and your boy Zacharini.
Peace out.
Lates.